Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. I am glad to welcome all of you to the second meeting of Student Council. Thank you for coming. So, can we call this meeting to order?
Yes.
Yes, Mrs. Azlin.
Are there any apologies for today's meeting?
No, Madam Chairman. All committee members are present.
Thank you, Ms. Shamimi. Can we now proceed to the next item, which is minutes of the first meeting?
Yes, Mrs. Azlin.
Yes.
So, are there any amendments for the minutes?
I am sorry, Madam Chairman. I feel there is an error in spelling of Ms. Atira's name.
Thank you, Ms. Sifa. I will make necessary action.
Anything to add?
No, Madam Chairman.
Can someone propose for the minute to be passed as a true record?
I accept the minute meeting.
I second the motion.
Alright, now we can move on to the next agenda of our meeting. So, are there any matters arising?
Yes, Madam Chairman. As we know, recently, one of the main desktops at Student Council's headquarters apparently can no longer be repaired. I'm afraid there is no other option but to buy a new one. I would proceed to propose this suggestion to the Treasurer if there is no opposition from the rest of the Council.
Thank you, Ms. Shamimi. If there is nothing to add, let's begin with the main issue for this meeting today, which is a discussion on the finding of the survey conducted among the UMT students. So, I had assigned Ms. Hasnita to conduct the survey and analyze the result of the survey. So, can you proceed with the finding of the survey, Ms. Hasnita?
As we all know, UMT has conducted the program known as Hari Bebas Kenderaan in our university every Thursday. With main objective to control the air pollution, especially carbon monoxide released from the cars and motorcycle. But there are some negative feedback from the student, and based on the survey that have been done last week, there are 50% of the students that do not agree with this program, as they have a hard time taken to board the bus, and another 30% also disagree because they say that they need to send their assignment, and another 20% agree with the program. So overall, there are 80% of students disagree with the program, and only 20% of the students agree with this program.
Thank you, Ms. Hasnita. Now we know that there are many complaints from students on Hari Bebas Kenderaan in UMT. So, any of you want to propose any alternative that have same goals as Hari Bebas Kenderaan?
Yes, Madam Chairman. For a start, I would like to propose a tree planting project in our university area as an alternative to the Hari Bebas Kenderaan. We can start to conduct this project at the early of this semester by having a tree planting competition between courses.
Can you tell us what the benefit that we can get from the program?
There are many benefits that we can get from this program. I believe this program is not only easy to practice, but also can educate the student about our environment and how citizens responsible for taking care of it. Planting tree is very important because it can provide us oxygen, provide us our basic necessity of our life, such as food and paper for the books that students use in the school. At the same time, Tree also provide us with a safe and clean air to breathe by absorbing odors and pollutant gases such as nitrogen oxide, ammonia, and sulfur dioxide. However, due to the development in our country, we have lost so many trees and the quality of air become worse. That's why I think tree planting is a good alternative for Hari Bebas Kenderaan, and this project definitely can be a good start for us to save our environment.
I see what you mean. However, but do you think that this program will require a large amount of the budget to be implemented? Since this program are going to involve all students and staff, I'm sure that our university need to spend a quite large amount of cost for this program to be implemented. We need to consider the cost to prepare the gardening tool and equipment for all participants. Even we also need to spend a lot of the budget to prepare at least a breakfast for the participant during that program. Besides, I believe that we need to prepare a precise operational cost for this program, and this going to take quite a lot of time because we need to conduct a survey to know to get a list of participants that want to join in this program. So, if we are going to replace the Hari Bebas Kenderaan with this program, I'm worried that not all students and staff can involve in this program. We need to consider the time factors of all students and staff, and this will require a lot of time to settle this part.
So Mrs. Ifa has tell the alternative, the first alternative, which is planting the tree. I agree with Mrs. Ifa, as I think planting the tree can encourage students to love the nature, because by planting the tree, the student can interact with the nature themselves, and despite their busy days in class, they can make time, maybe every weekend, to interact with the nature. So as Mrs. Ifa have said, that the plant is important because they can absorb carbon dioxide and also release oxygen to human. So one of the researcher also find out that the bright color of plant, which is green, can relax our mind. So along the way to the class, the student can relax their mind by looking at the greenish plant.
I agree. In my opinion, we can conduct this program on the weekends just before the study week starts. Regarding the place of the program, maybe we can conduct the program at the empty lot beside bangunan kuliah. I believe that this spot is relevant as there is ample space for students to plant their trees.
I have another suggestion. Why not we change the Hari Bebas Kenderaan with another program like carpooling? Since our university has adopted to a new normal in which students and staff are not allowed to drive their car or motorcycles on every Thursdays in every week, I'm sure this thing will quite troublesome to our students and even our staff in university. I believe that students and even staff will need a time to accept and adapt with this program. So before that, I would like to highlight what is carpooling actually. So carpooling actually is sharing of car journeys so that more than one person travels in a car and prevent the need for others to drive.
So how you will conduct or plan for your program?
So I would like to suggest that we are going to have this carpooling program on the same day that we implemented the Hari Bebas Kenderaan. And for this program, I would like to suggest to give a student a merit my star for their involvement in this program.
I am sorry to Mrs. Atira because I need to disagree with the carpooling project because of reasons. So the students do not have the same class. What I mean by the same class is in one rented house, not all of them are from the same course. So the time schedule is different. So for those who have the class at the same time, maybe in 8 in the morning, so they can share their car. But how about the one that have class at 11 or 12? So the students will have a hard time to wait for the class to begin because they have go to the class earlier, same like their other friend.
Yes, I do not deny that even students that live in the same house, they might end up to have a different class or different activities that they need to attend. I'm sure that bring their own car are more convenient to them actually. However, carpooling provide numerous benefits, especially to our university. And one of the objective of the carpooling is exactly carry the same objective as Hari Bebas Kenderaan. So the benefit that I would like to highlight is the carpooling can also reduce the traffic jam by reduce the vehicles miles travels in our university. I'm sure that students can accept this program since we only carry out this program only for one day in every. I'm sure that they can make a deal with themselves to join this program. I also I am really sure that the Merit My Star that we are provide to students can catch their attention.
I am totally agree with Ms. Atira. Carpooling definitely can reduce traffic jam in our university as the number of the vehicle on the road decrease. Besides, by practicing carpooling, we as students can help in conserve non-renewable energy sources like gasoline and diesel. For example, let's say if 4 people travel from A to B place every day, it takes them around 5 gallons of gasoline per head in a month. That means they are consuming around 22 gallons of gasoline per month. However, if these 4 people practice carpooling, they would only consume a fourth of the total of gasoline. So we can see a huge difference between individual car ride and carpooling in consuming fuel. So I believe that carpooling project also a good alternative to Hari Bebas Kenderaan since this program can help in saving fuel and also saving our environment.
I am sorry again. I can see what Mrs. Atira and Mrs. Ifah mean, but should not we consider about the student which has the problem in sharing the car because of their time schedule.
Besides can reduce the traffic jam, studies has found that carpooling can reduce the gas emission for carpooling users and non-users. We know that the gas carbon dioxide, the sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen oxides that was emitted from vehicles is very dangerous to environment as well as to our health actually. Carbon dioxide is the main the green gas house that produced by vehicles. Actually, you should know that the long-term exposure of the carbon dioxide can affect the human health. This may include the headache, the dizziness, difficulty of the breathing, sweating, tiredness, and even the long-term exposure can increase the human heart rate. From this carpooling program also, students and even staff benefits in a number of ways because this program definitely can reduce the need for park. So by reducing the number of the vehicle trip, our university can reduce the parking demand.
Alright, allow me to rephrase that Miss Ifa and Miss Atira have provided us with two suggestions, which is the first suggestion is by having tree planting program, and the second is to encourage the student to have carpool when they are going to the class. So let's put these two suggestions into a vote.
So I think I will vote for IFA alternative, which is planting tree.
Second suggestion by Miss Atira. So most of you agree with the suggestion by Miss Ifa. So I want to conclude that we will have tree planting program as alternative to hari bebas kenderaan. So Miss Ifa, can you submit the proposal to me as soon as possible?
Inshallah, I will submit the proposal to Madam Chairman by the end of this week.
Is there any other business to discuss?
I have heard about the unsatisfied comment about the MPP facility in MPP room from the others MPP. So if I'm not mistaken, it is about the temperature in the MPP room because of the aircon is not functioning for almost 1 week.
Can you survey on the lowest price, Miss Hasnita?
Yes, sure.
Can I volunteer to look into this too?
Yes, thank you, Miss Atira. Both of you can survey on it. So let's move to the date, venue, and time for the next meeting.
Yes, Madam Chairman. I believe if there is no problem for the rest of the Council, the follow-up meeting should be on 12th of May, 8 p.m. at this very spot, Student Council's meeting room.
I am glad that we managed to finish our second meeting on time. If there is nothing else, we shall end here. That's all for today. Thank you.